Squad? It's your girl Chloe Yasmin back in the cut with another hygiene video. Please do not mind my little pimple up here. Y'all know I spoke about this in my last Dollar Tree video. I spoke about how like this pimple, it just came back out of nowhere and I'm trying to treat it and get rid of it because it's humongous. But honestly, to all my girls out here that are really struggling with acne, all I'm gonna say is this: it could be worse. Anyway, so in today's video, your girl is going to be explaining 10 reasons why your downstairs area may not be smelling the best. Now, all of these reasons that I am telling you guys why it may not be smelling the best, these are like 100% factual. Like, I'm not just looking up videos and writing down what other people say. I'm not just looking up stuff and writing down what they say. Like, I am coming to you guys about stuff that I used to do that was making me not smell the best down there. Like, this is literally from experience. This isn't just, oh, you know, I'm just coming up with some stuff just to come up with it, just to put a video out. Like, it's not like that. Like, I'm seriously trying to help you guys and I'm seriously telling you guys real factual stuff. Like, I wrote down every single one of these. It took me actually a while to come up with 10 different reasons, but I wanted to come up with like legit 10 reasons. And ever since I have like fixed all these problems, I have been 100% straight, no more odor. Hold on, I forgot to put on deodorant. Y'all know my favorite deodorant right now is the Dove Powder 24 Hour Invisible Solid. I just realized I didn't put on no deodorant. This stuff smells bomb. All right, that's much better. So basically my whole entire life, I really struggled with trying to get myself to smell fresh for the whole entire day. Not just for like an hour after I cleansed myself, not just for a few hours after I cleansed myself, because as we all know, like, a lot of people clean themselves, but then a few hours later they're back to odor. Like, for real, like, that junk is frustrating. And I literally have gone through the same exact thing. So I am here to inform all my females on why that may be happening. So let's get into that right now. Okay, so the first reason you guys may think is crazy obvious, but it is because you may not be drinking enough water. One thing for me is I have to force myself to drink a lot of water because I love water, but I'm not always thirsty. So I literally have to force myself to down water bottles. It's really not easy. Like, drinking water, like drinking a lot of water at least, is really not easy. But for real though, I seriously suggest drinking a whole bunch of water because it really just cleanses out your body. It also helps your hair grow. The second reason is because when you use the restroom, you're just using dry tissue paper to wipe yourself. So personally, I'm gonna tell you guys what the best way to do it is. There's actually 3 different ways. So the first way is like the most simple way, but it also depends on the setup of your bathroom and also where you are at. So if you're in your home, but it also depends on the setup of your bathroom, I really suggest wetting the tissue paper and then wiping yourself after you urinate and then drying it with regular tissue paper so that there's no urine buildup, because once that urine starts building up, that's when odor starts to build up as well. The second way to do it is, my mom had ordered these. I actually can't find mine right now. I'm actually looking for it. Like, literally I've been in the process of trying to look for it. I'm so tempted to just go ahead and order brand new ones. But after women give birth, they give them these water bottles to cleanse themselves out. And you can also just use a regular cup if you're at home. But basically, you just kind of like squirt it down there real quick after you urinate, and then you wipe yourself with a tissue. The third way is to use fragrance-free baby wipes. The reason why I say fragrance-free is because you don't want to keep using Summer's Eve wipes or using scented wipes over and over again because it might irritate you. But I really suggest baby wipes, fragrance-free baby wipes, every single time you use the restroom, and then dry yourself off with the tissue. That right there will get you right. And you're basically just refreshing yourself every single time. The third reason is because you might just be wearing too tight of clothing. That was literally one of the main reasons why I had odor problems growing up. Like, because I was wearing too tight of clothing. My jeans were way too tight. So it wasn't giving me air to breathe. And when you sweat, it's like, how is it gonna breathe? It doesn't mean that you can never wear tight jeans, but you just have to give yourself a break. Like, I really do not suggest wearing tight stuff every single day. Now, the fourth reason is actually very common, and it is because you might just be using the wrong soap. Now, I know a lot of people are like, you know, Summer's Eve, Vagisil, that stuff works. But have you ever noticed that after you use it, at least 5 hours later, you're back to not smelling fresh? That's because that wash is too strong for you, so your body is working even harder to produce odors. As opposed to if you were using a non-scented or lightly mild scented soap, your body's not gonna do that. So personally, what I like to use is either the Dove White Bar. I will put a picture up here somewhere up on the screen. It is like the regular Dove white bar soap or the baby Dove tip to toe wash. I'll have that up here on the screen somewhere as well. That stuff works very, very good. It's very, very lightly scented. You can also use the Dove sensitive bar. I'll have that up here as well. And the Dove sensitive bar is fully like non-scented. And last but not least, I absolutely love the Dove deep moisture body wash. Now that sounds very skeptical and very scary to use, but for me, I'm pretty sensitive to a lot of soaps, but that soap is like, it does not do anything to me. It's like really bomb.com. So I really suggest that one as well. So those are 4 different choices that I really suggest, and they're all Dove. Dove is, I'm telling y'all, Dove has changed my whole feminine hygiene game. So yeah, be very careful with the Summer's Eve and Vagisil and stuff like that. I mean, if it works for you, that's good, but if you're noticing that you're still having odor problems, then I definitely suggest switching to a more lightly scented soap and give it time, because your body still has to get used to that light scented soap, and over time you will start smelling way better. The 5th reason is because you might not be cleansing yourself properly. Personally, what I like to use is a baby washcloth. I'll show you guys the kind that I use. I'll go to my shower real quick. All right, so it's actually wet because I just got out the shower, but I love the Target baby washcloths. I don't use a rag because I feel like they're a little bit too harsh. I don't use my hands, which I used to actually use my hands, and that was a really big reason why I was not smelling right. Because you feel clean, but you end up smelling a little rank down the line. So I really suggest the baby washcloths. I actually use the more rough side instead of like the little soft side. I use the rougher side, and even the rough side is not rough, but it's the rougher side. I basically just put any soap that I'm using in my little baby washcloth. I prop my leg up on the side of the shower, and you just want to kind of just scrub. And I honestly don't quickly scrub. Like, I like to actually scrub for a while, and I do it twice. So once you prop your leg up, it gives you more access to areas that you wouldn't have access to if you were standing directly up. So you want to prop your leg up and squat. So like if you had your leg up and then squat, and then you want to clean for, actually I suggest doing it for at least a minute. People may say that's too long, but that's how I became odor free. Like, do it for a while and then rinse it out thoroughly, rinse off your little baby washcloth thoroughly, and do it again. I also suggest using a really, not a crazy amount of soap, but I use a lot of soap personally. So I really suggest not scrimping on your soap, because when you use a lot of soap and you use warm to hot water in a baby washcloth, you will be straight. Like, but you have to do it all. Like, you have to have that warm or hot water. It depends on what your skin can take. You have to use a lot of soap, and you also need to have a baby washcloth. Like, you can't just be using your hands, because you're really not scrubbing away that odor. Okay, so now the 6th reason is because you might just need to take a bath. Baths have really changed my hygiene game as well. I was so used to taking showers my whole entire life, but my mom told me, like, when she grew up, all she took was baths, and she's never had a problem with odor. So I was like, okay, let me try that. And when I start taking baths, like, when I tell you there's zero odor, like, you literally just smell good, like, you smell bomb, like, I'm telling you, because you really have to just soak. Like, you guys know how with dishes, like, you have to soak certain pans and pots to get rid of, like, all of the nasty gunk. That is the same exact thing with odor. Like, you literally have to soak your body in a bath to get rid of all odor. I have a bath hygiene routine up on my channel. It will really change your whole entire hygiene game. I'm not saying that you have to take a bath every single day, but at least incorporate a few baths a week. I know you can kind of get tired of it. Sometimes I get lazy. I'm like, I ain't really trying to do all that, but it really does help. And for that behind as well, like, really soaking yourself, because when you soak yourself in that hot to warm water or warm to hot water, I don't know how it does it, but like, it makes you completely odor free, and then you smell like a bubble bath. Like, you literally smell bomb. But you really have to do it in the right order, so I really suggest you watching my bath hygiene routine, because you can't just be like, you'll know once you watch my bath hygiene routine. You have to do it the right way. All right, now reason number 7 is for all my panty liner girls. I made this mistake so much back in the day. So if you wear panty liners, which I actually really do enjoy panty liners, but when you wear them, you have to change them out like every hour. Like, you can't keep it on, because that discharge, along with like you sweating and walking, it creates a foul odor. And even though you might not have stunk if you wouldn't have had that panty liner on, you do now, because you kept it on for too long. But the reason why we like to wear panty liners is because it keeps us dry, it keeps us comfortable. It's a little bit more hygienic, but it's not really hygienic if you're not changing them every hour. And I really do mean every hour. And that doesn't mean that you don't have to wipe yourself with like a wet wipe or the water and stuff like that when you urinate. You still have to do that on top of changing your panty liner. And I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking like, girl, you just do too much. Like, that's just too much work. Like, that's just way too much. But I'm telling you, hygiene is work. Some people don't have to do all this because of their genetics, but Some people do because of their genetics. Unfortunately, it is unfortunate, but we have to do what we have to do. Because with hygiene comes confidence. All right, now reason number 8. I'm telling you, every single thing that I'm telling you guys, I have made the mistake on. Reason number 8 is you have too much moisture down there from the shower. Once I exit the shower, as soon as I get out of the shower, I get a paper towel and I dry myself down there. Like I dry all of it. I dry all of it. All of it. Because if you don't dry yourself, that water creates odor. Dry yourself with a paper towel every single time you get out of the shower, like ASAP, because even that little bit of time of you looking for an outfit, like that water down there is starting to already create odor. And yes, I do squat and wipe all throughout there with the paper towel. I actually dab it, and if you feel like you're just too dry after doing that, then I definitely suggest putting like a tiny amount of Vaseline down there. And no, it does not create odor. Vaseline does not. I thought the same thing, sis. I thought the same thing, but it doesn't. I'm telling y'all. Reason number 9. Now, I know you guys have probably heard this a million times on like everybody's channel, but it is because you might just be wearing the wrong underwear. All those silky, polyester, lace, all those underwears are not good for you, especially in the summertime. Good Lord. You have to wear cotton underwear. Cotton underwear allow your downstairs area to breathe, and that's just that on that. I was honestly kind of offended when I heard it the first time, like a few years ago. I was just like, you cannot tell me that my underwear are giving me odors. But they were right. This tip should have actually came before tip number 7, which was change your panty liners more often. I kind of had it out of order. But this is the last reason. And it is because you have heavy discharge. So you need to get panty liners and wipes. If you have heavy discharge and you do not have panty liners, automatically you're gonna smell because that's just too much moisture down there. And discharge has its own little smell to it, not saying that it has odor. Because if it has odor, then that means that you're either using the wrong soap like a mug, you're not drinking enough water, or you may be having a actual issue that you need to speak to a doctor about. Now, heavy discharge, I can't really explain to you guys how much that really affected my confidence through my life. Like, it can get emotional by me talking about this because I just didn't know how to control having heavy discharge and trying to wear panty liners, but then I end up smelling bad. And it's because if you have heavy discharge, you need to drink a lot of water and you need to replace your panty liner every single hour, and you need to be wiping yourself or using that wet tissue every single time you go to the bathroom. If you're in school, use a baby wipe. Every single time you use the restroom, wipe yourself. And every single hour, change your panty liner. Now I don't have any problems because these 10 reasons I fixed. But I am gonna tell you this. Do not let anybody convince you that your downstairs area should smell like flowers and perfume, because it's not. That is 100% false. Summer's Eve is making people feel like they need to smell like flowers and perfume. All that spray, that's not good for you. You don't need to be smelling like that. You have a natural scent. I looked up something recently. I hope I can find it, but it's basically telling you guys about the natural scent. Okay, so basically the smell that a lot of people deal with is kind of like it's like a faint musky smell, and they say it's a cause from sweat that builds up in nooks and crannies, and that's why I seriously suggest like the water and wiping and stuff like that, because it helps with sweat, like when you wipe yourself all the time. But that is a natural scent, but it should never be overpowering. It should be very light. Now, I'm not gonna hold you guys up. Even that kind of annoys me, even though I know it's natural. Even that kind of annoys me though, and that's why I seriously suggest the wiping, and that's how I even got rid of that scent. But it is very natural, so don't let anybody tell you that that's not natural. So with all of that being said, you guys, those are the 10 reasons why you may be having odor problems. Since we all deal with this junk, don't let nobody tell you that this is weird, or that since you smell it's never gonna get better, or you're gross. Like, that's not true. That is not true. Just take care of yourself. I really suggest all these 10 reasons. Like, I really hope this video gets to a lot of females that are having problems with this, because these tips I had to figure out on my own, and they changed my life. They changed my life. They changed my confidence. I'm telling you guys, with hygiene comes confidence. And when I started to know how to take care of myself and clean myself up, like my confidence went up to like 100%. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, hygiene makes you feel so good about yourself. When you feel like you can't take care of an odor and you do not know what to do and you're clueless and you have nobody to talk to about it, like, it makes you want to just break down and cry. It makes you like never even want to speak to people. Like, it just makes you feel like you're the scum of the earth. Like, I felt that way. I don't know about y'all, but I felt that way. I don't know, I just felt so insecure about it. So I want to help my girls out here, because we are sisters at the end of the day, and y'all my girls, we all coolin', and summer is coming up, And that's when odors really be trying to creep up. But I love every single one of you guys. God bless you all in the mighty, powerful name of Jesus Christ. I love every single one of you guys like a mug. I'm praying for all of my blood squad. I also just want to say, keep in that Bible. Keep it motivated. The enemy wants to make you not read your Bible because he knows the Bible is changing your life and it's going to change your life. I really suggest taking notes as you read the Bible. The Bible has completely changed my life. Boosted my confidence as well. But I love y'all, and your girl's going to go ahead and head up out of here. Bye.